All right, that's just two 15-ounce cans of our nacho cheese right on top of our 3 pounds of lean ground beef. All right, now I'm coming in with some of my diced green bell peppers. I'm just gonna give these a little sprinkle right throughout here. How pretty are these colors? I'm gonna put some red as well because they always say to eat the rainbow, and that is a healthy, delicious addition to this beautiful meal that we're making today. I am so excited to share this with you guys. This is a Mexican take on a classic dish, and I think you're really gonna like it. Just a few yellows for complete the color scheme. That looks great. All right, now I've just got my diced onion here. Of course, you can dice your own. Sometimes I like to buy mine pre-diced, especially days like today where Marty's on the golf course and I'm gonna surprise him with this beautiful meal. I just have kind of weak eyes and they get very teary when Marty's out of the house and I have to dice onions. All right, I'm just gonna lift up this back of my wax paper here. You can see that I had my waxed paper, and I'm just gonna start rolling my meat using the paper. I'm including all of those delicious toppings right in the center, right going into this meatloaf, and it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. Although this is not gonna be a meatloaf, so don't be deceived by me referring to it as a meatloaf. All right, now I've got my nacho cheese Doritos. I'm just bringing these over here to my other sheet pan, and I am just going to give these a nice little spread. I did break these into crumbs, as you can see. Alrighty, now I'm gonna just put this here. We're gonna just encrust this in these beautiful Doritos. This is gonna make such a nice outer layer, and I'm gonna love the way that these Doritos just bake up with our meat. So I'm gonna get my spatulas underneath our loaf here, our encrusted loaf, and I'm just gonna move this over here to our clean sheet pan so we are not bringing all the excess crumbs with us. Look how perfect that looks. Alrighty, I'm gonna bake this at 400 degrees for 45 minutes. Alrighty, y'all, we had this baking for 45 minutes, but we are not done. We're gonna remove our loaf here, grab her up there, and I'm gonna transfer her to a clean baking sheet where I have a sheet of parchment paper on the bottom. Sheet of puff pastry is what I meant on the bottom. PP and PP, they just get me. All right, so now I've got my light daisy sour cream, and I'm gonna start just doodling right on here. Now I've got my Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. Now I really like this because it goes so well with those Doritos. It just takes that cheesy flavor up a notch. I'm just using the lunchtime slices. You can use a thinner slice if you prefer. And what we're gonna do here is just line the sides of our loaf and give her a nice give her a nice wrap and encrustment in cheese. All right, now I've got my squeeze guacamole here. We're gonna squeezy this guacamole right on top. This is looking really good. All right, and now I've got some extra sheets of my puff pastry here. And actually, I'm gonna move this forward. We're gonna give this a little tucky right around the edges, just like that, like we're wrapping a little baby in a blanket. And I've got a second sheet here. And like I said, we're just tucking this little baby in to keep it safe and warm and finish the project. All right, I just wrapped all of that pastry underneath. Now you can use butter or an egg wash. I'm just using some buttered pan because I want to finish this up real quickly. Making sure I'm sealing in that little part there. And now I'm just gonna come in with a little bit of taco seasoning, and I'm gonna sprinkle that right on top here. And that's just gonna add to the puff pastry and really bring it home with that fiesta feel. Alrighty, we're popping this in at 425
for about 12 minutes to finish her up.
All right, everyone. Look, our puff pastry is cooked to perfection. We are ready to bite into this. Now, I've got to say, it tapered this way a little bit, which wasn't my original intention, but I think it's okay. It still looks great. And I'm going to just cut in. Remember, we've got our beef in here, nacho cheese, our beautiful peppers. We've got guacamole in here, more cheese, sour cream, Doritos. Y'all, I am just making sure I cut all the way through my loaf here because I cannot wait to show you this beautiful, beautiful piece. Oh, this is gonna be so tasty, all wrapped in our puff pastry, just like a beef Wellington. Look at that. Oh my God. Y'all, why would you ever go to Taco Bell when you can make your own version of a Crunchwrap Supreme at home? Oh my God, look at that swirly swirl. I'm just gonna add a little bit of paste picani right here onto my plate. You can serve this with whatever you would like, whatever your heart desires. Oh, I can't wait to get in here. Oh, those Doritos. Make sure I get a little bit of everything in this bite. Our puff pastry with the guacamole, our meat, our nacho cheese, our fajita vegetables. Oh my God, y'all. This is gonna be so good. I'm actually gonna just pick this up and eat it like a chip. Isn't that so clever? Oh my God. Y'all, you gotta try it.